Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. We're starting off at the 41 meter today here in Russian Fishing 4 at the Norwegian Sea. We're starting off with the giant silicone rig here. Looks like it's going to be an overcast day. The sun's trying to peek through, but here's where we're at on the map, guys. Down here in the 41 meter. May want to switch over and use a couple of these mackerel we got. We're not getting anything right now. Only got three of them here, but give these a try here, get rid of them. They're starting to get a little bit of wear and tear on them. Something on the way down, which is usually a saithe or a whiting. In this case, it looks like it might be a whiting. Or a pollock, something I didn't mention. That's okay. That's pretty good XP and pretty good silver. This one's a little bigger. Guys, I hope you're doing well. Let me know if you've been catching anything good in RF4. I kind of been at the sea here for a while. I didn't have a lot of time off this week in between work schedules. Um, Last week was the 50-hour week, and then this week's coming up before the holiday. We're going to be pretty busy, so I'll be back in there. Trying to squeeze in some IRL fishing, but it has been extremely hot. Like excessive hot. Like almost dangerous to be out hot. To the point where it's really hard to even enjoy being outside, unfortunately. I'm not going to complain about it being hot because over the winter I Told myself I'd rather it be hot. I would rather it be hot like this still, but it's pretty tough. Better being cold, but again, it's tough being out there. With this setup, you want movement in the bottom layer. You're really not going to get anything else with this rig. Just want to, if you, there we go. If you lose that status, another small one, unfortunately. These mackerels aren't very big. The bait we're using is the mackerels. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully not a sculpin. That's exactly what it is, a little jerk face. Alright, here's our last one that we have right now in the bucket. This is our biggest one we got. Hopefully we can catch something worth a little bit of silver. Still a little gloomy. There's the sun, but it's not coming through very well. Easy to spot because it's on. You can see the reflection on the water. I feel like they did a good job with the clouds because it does make you feel damp and cold and windy, and it's almost like an oppressive weather there. I got my rain slickers on though, so it's not going to stop me from catching some fish. Another small one, unfortunately. That's the last of our bait fish, so we'll set us up a different setup here. Maybe go ahead and get us some more bait fish while we're here. Another sculpin. Not that great money wise. Alright, so before we set this up, we're going to go to a pilker setup here. Let's check out the USA server here. And we can look at what, that's what we were using. It'd been nice to get one of those. Yellow foam rubber. I think that's funny. The red foam rubber's got the biggest shark. For the part of mackerel, I'm not really sure. Let's see. We got a stocked up on a lot of these for some reason. Let's try one of these larger ones. With the yellow. And then let's do size 3. And let's do a yellow foam rubber. And since I'm out of yellow, we're going to do a fluorescent one. Alright, now we should get a lot of bites on the drop here. Shouldn't have to go all the way to the bottom to get a fish. Let's see how it goes. Of course, it's going to go all the way to the bottom the first time, right? Since I said that. Drop. There we go. Got something on drop that time. Looks probably going to be a small mackerel. There we go. You can even suspend fish. You know, we can stop this right here at the 20 meters. Drop it on down, drop it on down. Sometimes when it hits the bottom, if I don't have a fish, I just reel it back in and I'll catch something on the way back up. Which I tried that earlier and it did not work. There we go. Of course, it's not going to do anything I say that might work because it's got to prove me wrong. Just has to. That's what I was trying to avoid, those little small sculpins. A little bigger, not much. Well, safe. turn him into a whole piece of meat. So you don't have to go very deep when you're using this, when you're catching these bait fish. Another dinky do here. Little pollock, actually decent XP, almost 10 grand. Now we're on the edge of the 41 here. We're about to go out of it, but when you look at the little sonar in your boat, seems to be a lot of fish at those transitions between depths, those ledges. So we're gonna not move. We're gonna try to see what we can do as we drift. So we're still in the 41 officially, or technically, though we got 45 out. I think the next drop's about 70 meters. So we can get some, 2 fish and then some fillets. Oh. Wow, this might be an oyster. Oh my goodness. This is like just reeling in the bait. This might be an oyster here. A sardine non-marker. Unfortunate, but give it a couple pumps here at the 10, see if it can catch something right on the surface. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me as always. Don't forget, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I appreciate you. Again, let me know if you've been catching stuff at the sea and where at. I move around. I fished the 55 recently, the 75 recently, and when I did a little pre-testing with the silicone rig, I did okay here. This time around, we just didn't catch anything. Really a fan of the bottom rigs with the mackerels and the herring. I find to be pretty good too, but I don't catch a lot of them. The pollock are decent XP. Just not catching a lot of fish on the drop, which is normally what you do. There we go. Finally. Because obviously you're catching a fish every 30 seconds and you can do that. You don't think you're going to make your silver with those small fish like that, but you will. Those pollocks, if you can get it, keep those coming like that. Obviously, you want them bigger. The bigger, the better, but they will add up. Now, in real life, if I was out on the sea, I'd probably be puking my guts out because uh, when I go out on a charter, even at Lake Erie, if the weather's bad, I get sick. Alright, there's a nice mackerel. That may even be bigger than I want to turn into a big fish, so we might do it. Try to get us a big one. Let's stop at about 20 here. Alright, we gave it a chance there. Again, weather's a lot in this game. It does affect the fishing. Alright, looks like we're, I was going to say, looks like we're out of the 41 meter, but maybe not. Gonna be right on the edge here. Trying to run away from the boat. Oh, very small cod. Not even a marker. Going to be pretty worthless for the silver as well. Let's get us some caffeine. And in IRL, let's get us some caffeine. go. Let's go back here. Try to fish right outside the 41 here. See if we catch anything a little different. Got a hit down at about 30. Probably a safe. Could be a decent mackerel, maybe. Could be a pollock as well. The one fish I never guess. Safe. Home run. Now we're still in the 41 meter. The waves are so bad we're getting the jig step. I think subconsciously that's why I tend to look down. I don't like to look at those waves like rolling like that again. It makes me want to get seasick. There, I just started reeling basically. Did a couple little bounces, then started reeling and we had one. Something a little different. Something a little different. Maybe a herring here. A sardine, 5,800 XP. I was hoping we could nail something up top here, but it doesn't seem to be happening. A couple pops there at the bottom, and we're just going to start trying to bring her back in. See if we Looked like it worked this time. Oh, there we go. Oh, it got off. Had it for a brief second, then it got off. Looks like it cleared up quite a bit. Getting a little bit of blue. We'll see. There we go. Another little mackerel. That may be the key. Just stop there. Give it a few. Alright, that's not working. Alright, that's the best fish yet, I think, for the part of the swim. If you didn't want to float out of the spot, you'd be out of the spot in a heartbeat. But since you're okay with floating out of it, you stay right in it. Just the way it works. Let's try another foam rubber on. Let's switch out that larger shrimp. Well, let's see what we're catching them on here. Hold on a second. Let's. So if we look at this fish, 755, that's the small one. And this larger mackerel, that's the foam rubber. So let's switch out the larger shrimp here. Let's go with the red foam rubber. Now we are drifting a little bit out of the spot now, it looks like. Something flashed on there fairly quickly that I missed. And I was actually paying attention for once, but I still missed it. trying to avoid, my friends. XP. There we go. 14,000 XP. All I'm doing now is stopping at 10, then a couple clicks, boom. Maybe 12 meters. We should be out of the 41 here. Let's see what we can catch over on this side. We're going downtown, baby. Oh my. All the way down there and still something super small. Alright, something a little different. This will need a bigger hook to do that one. Let's start off with this one. We're in this deep, dark hole in the ocean. Who knows what monsters await? in the depths below for our tiny little helpless but dead Saith. Only time will tell what his fate shall be. We're in 110 meters into the ocean. What strange creatures lie beneath? Apparently, there's no creatures in the deep, dark depths of the ocean that want to eat this thing. All right, let's not waste a bunch of time. Let's go ahead and move back over to 41 here. Can we turn on the trolling motor while we're at it here? No. does not look right. Looks skinny. Looks kind of weird. Come on. Something small on our 300. So this fish is going to be smaller than the fish that it ate. The saithe was 320 something, I think. So a 524 saithe ate a 324 saithe. Cannibal. Alright, throw out our mackerel. Now it's getting cloudy again. Guys, we're going to call it here soon. I was hoping to use these other two fish. Look. 41 doesn't seem to be producing that great today. Let's reload here. Didn't do that well for sure. A couple dollars. Might have made a little bit of money. Nothing big though. Nothing really interesting. We call one turbo or something, but it wasn't very big. see these are worth decent money. The 247 for almost an hour, not good. But you know, again, if you do 250 an hour for 5 hours, it's 1250. The boat ticket's 400. So you're making money as long as you're not getting your lines cut like I did. So, guys, I do appreciate hanging out with you as always. Don't forget to hit that like button. Again, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you hit that notification bell, you'll see whenever I release another video. I'll turn this one into a I was going to make that one a dead fish bait, but I screwed it up. I was talking and I screwed